All right, what's up, everybody? Beats by Lonze back in the building, and today we're going to be working on the S2400. So I got a little bit ahead of myself, and I wasn't really ready for the stream just yet. But I want to, while we're here, really quick, want to talk about Island Instruments and the work that they've been doing behind the updates for the S2400, DSP card, and the Caladan that is coming out really soon, and also the other cards that go with those machines. But anyway, um, first I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody who's watching. I really appreciate you being here. I'm never lost on you all being here. I really appreciate it. And if you can follow me on all my other social media, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff, you can find me at Beats by Lonze on all social media. But what I want to show you all, really, while we're here, if I can share my screen with you. Um, Brad at Island Instruments came up with a web editor for the S2400. So what you can do with the web editor is you can actually place your sounds in the actual pads of the S2400 and convert your kits inside this web editor. And what that does is, let's say, for instance, you have some sounds on an SD card that are not in the appropriate waveform that the S2400 takes. You can bring them into the editor and you can download those kits and push them right back into the S2400. So that's what I want to share with you all today. Before we get started, yesterday I played with this a little bit and I made a drum kit that I just made a brand new drum kit. Now you can save your kits inside the S2400 already, but what I'm talking about now is taking sounds from somewhere else, putting them into the editor, then making a kit like that. It's just another tool that you can have in your toolbox to make more stuff, get more kits, export kits. You can give them away or show them to your friends or share them with your friends, that kind of stuff. Or you can just have your own kits that you make that you can also not only have them on the S2400 versions, you can just also take the actual file folder that it makes with it, and you can use them on other platforms, whether it's in your DAW, whether it's on a hardware or software, whatever, you can do that. So that's what that is about. But that is pretty cool. I did share the sentiment to myself that whatever they do at Isla do not come out with a computer version of the S2400, because that would I don't know, I think that would take away some of the love for the hardware of the S2400, because it is dope as it is. And for people now, if they can make it where it only worked with the S2400, that would be dope. But if they made it to where any MIDI you can assign to it would make it work, nah, I think that wouldn't work. But people would get it for free and they wouldn't buy the S2400. And man, like Brad said before, I think in one of his lives, he said that the back end of keeping a program of that sort running would be just overkill for what he's trying to do for his other machines and projects in the future. But anyway, I want to show y'all that. All right, so let's cut the S2400 on. Someone in a Facebook forum brought up the fact that they were getting ready to buy S2400, and this always tickles me. This person was wanting to buy S2400, but they wanted to know if you can have more than 8 chops of a sample. And I don't know if people know this, but I wanted to show that today while we're here. There is Bank A, Bank B, Bank C, Bank D. There's 4 banks of 8 pads. And then on Bank E is a MIDI channel. Bank F is a MIDI channel. Then you got a live effects channel. And then you got the DSP mixer if you have a DSP card. All right. So what I was explaining to this person on this forum was that you can take a sample. So for instance, let's find us a sample. All right, so you can take a sample, right? You can put the sample on a pad, right? And then what you can do is you can take this sample and then you can go multi-slice and loop, and now you can chop this into 8, all right? Now, what you can also do is with that same sample, you can take it, you can go into slice, you can hit B, and then you can see all your slices across the 8. But what you can do is, let's say for instance on that 8, you didn't get the sample, you didn't get all of the slices that you wanted. You could actually go to the next pad and you can actually take the same sample and chop a different 8. Now there is the lazy chop that is on the S2400. I'm gonna have to go back through the what's his name is and play with how to do the lazy chop, because I actually forgot how to do the lazy chop. Probably should write this down as they come up with new updates and new changes. I should write down how those changes affect what we're doing in the new stuff. So all right, so automatically I know when I listen to it that I might have been a little bit late on might have been a little bit late on that one. Now, one thing I like to do is I like to always like to start with my drums because that helps me keep pace. So let's Let's go back to B and let's delete that out of there. And then let's go in and do our, see if I can bring our kit in, load our kit right there. Interesting. All right, so we're going to go to A. let's do 170. All right, so we got okay. So we want to go to up here. drums out? Do I want to take the... Let's try it. Let's see what happens if we take the drums out. Son of a bitch. What did I just do? Let's not do that. Let's get out of there. So we got me do some updating to my machine and figure out some other couple things, and I'll catch y'all on the next stream. All right, peace.